Welcome to Get Married. I'm Colin Cowies. Weddings have long been a part of our history, and over the years, many ceremonies and rituals and traditions have evolved. We'll take a look at some of the traditions that have stood the test of time and continue to be a meaningful part of ceremonies today.
And I'm Deanna Pappas. Beach volleyball Olympic gold medalist Kerri Walsh is used to having big moments in the sand and sun, and this was just as true on her wedding day. We'll take a look at her simply elegant wedding in the California desert. Get ready, it's Get Married.
The most important part of creating a memorable experience for my brides is making every aspect of their wedding a personal journey. And to do that, I'm involved with everything from the design of the wedding invitation right through to the farewell brunch. GetMarried.com and I are here to support you with advice and trends that will help your vision come to life. When brides think of creating a personalized wedding, much attention and much of the budget often goes into the reception. But the ceremony is in fact an amazing opportunity to bring heritage, rituals and traditions into your day to make a very personal and touching experience. The key to making your ceremony memorable is to honor yourself, your upbringing and your partner. But how exactly do you incorporate all of that into the ritual? Take a look at how these traditions can enhance your I-dos.
It is very simple to take a traditional wedding ceremony and with some very light touches, make it your own. The sand ceremony. The sand ceremony is the bride and the groom taking different colored sands and pouring it into a vase together.
For a culture rich in tradition, take a look at the Jewish faith.
There's a ceremony called the bedakin, where the groom will have to check to make sure that it is really the correct woman, based on the Bible story. The processional is wonderful because the groom's parents walk him in, the bride's parents walk her in. The bride encircles the groom 7 times during the ceremony, and then there is the sharing of the wine. The last part of the Jewish ceremony, which is the breaking of the glass.
Indian weddings incorporate the family into the symbolism.
When the groom comes, he comes in on a horse. Most of the times we call it the barat. The mother of the bride actually welcomes the entire groom's family in. And when he steps in, he actually steps on a little terracotta pot and crushes it. And that is to symbolize that any kind of obstacle that your daughter and I come through, I will overcome that and I will make sure that we get through that.
Korean couples may not ride in on a horse, but their parents do take the reins.
After the bride and the groom are announced that they are bride and groom, they do kind of need the approval of the parents still. Often they will turn around and obviously you'll have your bride's parents on one side and you have your groom's parents on the other side, and they'll actually go up to the parents and they'll actually bow to them as a sign of respect to them, and the parents will obviously give their blessing at that time.
While some traditions focus on family, others shed light on history.
The tradition of jumping the broom is an African-American tradition based on when slaves were not allowed to be married. The tradition was thought up of someone, if we put the broom down and we jump over it, we're coming from the old jumping into the new. You jump the broom after you've been announced, man and wife.
No matter what you opt to do in your ceremony, remember,
When the ceremony captures what the day is about, people are propelled into the party, and the ceremony helps people understand what it is they're celebrating.
you can find more ideas for personalizing your ceremony in the planning tips pages of GetMarried.com. If you need help keeping track of the details of your day, check out our wedding planning tools.
Another way to make your wedding personal is with a theme, which will help your guests remember your day long after the last slice of cake has been eaten. But how do you make sure they remember your wedding day before it's even arrived? Rexcraft showed us some creative ideas for a Get Your Wedding Day Notice, Save the Date. You've set the wedding date. Now what? First order of business? Send Save the Dates out to all of your family and friends who want to spend your special day with you. You may be tempted to just send Save the Dates to the out-of-town guests so they can make arrangements. But you should actually send a save the date invitation to your entire guest list. We all know how busy our calendars can become, so the more notice you can provide your guests, the better chance they'll have of being able to attend your wedding. So, as soon as you've finalized your wedding date by confirming that your church and reception location are available, send those save the dates. Save the dates can be made in your wedding colors, or it can be something completely different. This is your opportunity to have something fun and get creative. One great idea? A save the date magnet. Not only does it reserve the date for your guests, but they can keep it on their refrigerator as a great reminder and later as a memento of your day. Another great idea is to put a picture of you and your fiancé on your save the date. Choose a favorite picture of the two of you, fun or formal. Whatever expresses your personality and the feel you're envisioning for the day. This is also a fantastic way to use your engagement photos. Calendar save the dates are also a fun idea. This save the date has a calendar of the month and year of your wedding with the exact date circled. But your save the date can do much more than inform your guests of your coming wedding. It's a nice gesture to include travel information and hotel accommodations for your guests who may be coming from out of town and aren't familiar with the area. This is especially important if you're having a destination wedding. You may also want to secure blocks of rooms at a variety of hotels with different price ranges so that your wedding guests can enjoy a discount. And remember, once you've sent a save the date to your guests, they must also receive a wedding invitation. So be sure and have your guest list finalized before you send your save the dates. After all, your guest count is one of the key factors in planning your wedding. So once you have the guest list set, you're well on your way to creating your perfect wedding. You can find all of these save the dates and more wedding items by Rexcraft in the invitation gallery on getmarried.com. Stay with us, there's much more to come on Get Married. We'll take a look at how bridesmaids' dresses are leaving their ugly reputation behind. Colin shows you how to make your wedding chic. An Olympic gold medalist, Misty Maytrainer, was a beautiful bridesmaid in the wedding of her beach volleyball teammate, Kerri Walsh. We'll show you Kerri's wedding in sun-kissed Palm Springs next.
Earlier, we saw some ways that different ethnicities and religions bring rituals into the ceremony. Now I want to share some of my favorite ideas for ceremony rituals. My book, Wedding Chic, is jam-packed with thousands of ideas to help inspire you to plan and design the wedding of your dreams. And one aspect of weddings I love is ritual at a ceremony. There are more intercultural, more interracial weddings than ever before, and this is exciting because it paves the way for us to inject as much ritual as possible into our ceremonies. And ritual is so important because it gives us the window into one another's background, besides being the common denominator that brings us all together. One idea, at the beginning of the ceremony, perhaps the mothers of the bride and groom come and wash the hands of their children, and then the groom's father and the bride's father dry the hands off to purify them before the ceremony takes place. Another idea with stunning impact, when making your vows, give every one of your guests a candle, wrapped in a leaf so that the candle wax doesn't drip. Then take the light from the unity candle and the bridesmen and the groomsmen will pass that light around to every one of your guests. So when you make your vows to one another, you're surrounded by the love and the spirituality represented by the candles of all your family and friends. Another fun one to do is to have the circle of love, or the eternity circle. So surround the ceremony site with a big garland made up of greens. Then have baskets filled with gardenias placed at the entrance to the aisle. Each one of your guests takes a gardenia, adds it to the circle while making a wish for you and also helping decorate the ceremony while at the same time being a participant in your wedding. Infinity beads are another beautiful ritual. Made of crystals, beach glass or seashells, these beads can be used in a number of ways, often being draped over the bride and groom right before they exchange their vows, in infinity shape, like the number 8 to signify the union is forever. The beads then become a memorable keepsake for the bride and groom. Ritual is very important. It brings us all together. So go back, dig deep and find something that you can use to make your ceremony as meaningful and as spiritual as possible. Looking for more chic advice on planning your wedding? You can find all of my tips in the Colin Cowies pages on getmarried.com.
Bridesmaid dress styles have come and gone, but the reputation for being ugly has stuck. That was then, and this is now. Get ready for gorgeous, wear it again and again, bridesmaid fashions. There's no doubt that bridesmaids' dresses have earned a reputation, and it's not always a good one. Blogs, websites, and even a hit movie keep the myth of the ugly bridesmaid dress alive and frightening. In today's reality, though, the ugly bridesmaid's dress couldn't be farther from the truth.
One of the biggest complaints about bridesmaids' dresses through the years has been that, well, I wear it to the wedding and then I never wear it again. But things are changing, and we're definitely seeing wonderful dresses, very chic styles that are perfect for wearing to a party or to a special event after the wedding.
It's not going to be staying at the back of my closet. They're very sexy dresses. They're very fun and flirty.
It's the idea that this looks like a dress that I want to be wearing, that I might wear to another occasion, not as a uniform being a bridesmaid in someone's wedding. So it's a little more individualized and expressive of style, I think, as opposed to just being an accessory to the bride.
Bridesmaids' dresses are now fabulously fashionable. Some of today's hottest runway headliners are creating bridesmaid looks that are just as gorgeous as their other collections. Leading the way are gurus of style, Vera Wang and Badgley Mishka.
They're all dresses that we would be very proud of having on our own ready-to-wear collection. They're modern, they're very girly and very sexy, and I think it's the kind of dress that a girl would wear more than once, not just that dreaded, oh my God, the bridesmaid's dress.
But despite the fact that there's now a huge selection of sensational styles, fashion aficionados point out that you can still get it wrong.
Those sort of tragic, that lineup of all girls that look the same, wearing the same color, wearing the same silhouette of a dress in different sizes, I think it's a hoot. I love it.
So how do you avoid the cookie-cutter bridesmaid syndrome? Go with the new trend in choosing a variety of styles.
Because your friends aren't all the same shape and size, and so they shouldn't have to wear the same dress that's the same style. So remember that you want your friends to have a good time too.
Select one color and tell them that you want them all floor length, or you don't mind if they're all knee length. But let them choose a style that they're comfortable with. They're going to love you for it.
So what's the final word on what the bridesmaid wants versus what the bride really wants?
It's both an honor and a responsibility to be a bridesmaid. And you express what you're feeling. And if what you're feeling is everybody choose their own and do it in this color, then great. But bridesmaids need to go along with what the bride wants.
You can find fashion-forward dresses for your bridesmaids in the fashion pages of getmarried.com. Don't go anywhere, there's more to come on Get Married. We'll get some tips for picking the hottest styles in engagement rings and wedding bands. And we'll check out how Olympic gold medalists Kerri Walsh and Casey Jennings threw a California wedding that truly reflected their own sunny personalities next. A diamond is forever, and come to think of it, so is your wedding band. So we've got some tips to make sure you get the best engagement ring and wedding band for you. Number 5, go platinum.
The trend for the metals with regards to ladies' engagement rings, this is still platinum. Platinum is a dominant favorite among women. There isn't a huge price difference between platinum and white gold. Therefore, most women still gravitate towards platinum as the metal of choice. And that's mainly because of the metal's advantages of durability and the fact that the metal doesn't change color in the future.
At number 4, band together.
A lot of women nowadays, all they want is a wedding set. In other words, a very nice, glamorous engagement ring coupled with matching wedding band that goes with it. The days of matching men's and ladies' wedding bands are long gone. That has been replaced with a wedding band which matches perfectly with the woman's engagement ring.
At number 3, say hello to halo rings.
What makes halo rings so popular is that the center diamond is surrounded with a halo of diamonds around it. So when you look at a diamond in a halo ring, the diamond looks significantly larger than it really is. Halo rings also typically have side diamonds on the ring body itself, as well as sometimes being enamored with engraved accents to help give it more of an antique, vintage look.
At number 2, 2, add some bling to your ring.
The second most popular trend we've experienced are what's known as micro-prong or pave set engagement rings. And these engagement rings tend to be based on a traditional solitaire-based ring body in which the center stone is the focal point of the ring, and the ring body tends to be extremely thin and delicate, and the top half of the ring has a small line of micro-prong or pave set round diamonds.
And number 1, get in shape.
The hottest trend that has risen for diamond shapes has been either the cushion-shaped diamonds or the radiant cut diamonds. The cushion-shaped diamond is sort of like a mix between a round and a square shape. And radiant cut diamonds are also popular because they are a nice substitute for the tried and true princess cut diamond. It looks like a square at first glance, but the corners are beveled off, and at the same time, the radiant cut diamond has more facets than a princess cut diamond. Therefore, its brilliance is superior to a princess cut.
If you're looking to buy rings or find great wedding professionals where you live, visit the local resources pages of getmarried.com.
Kerri Walsh, the unstoppable beach volleyball champion, made history with her partner, Misty May Trainer, by winning gold in both the 2004 and 2008 Olympic Games. A 2-time ABP, MVP, she's been named Best Defensive Player, Best Hitter, Best Blocker, and Best Sportsperson. But Kerri also made headlines when she lost her wedding ring in the sand during an Olympic match in Beijing. Thankfully, Kerri found the ring she exchanged with fellow AVP Tour volleyball player Casey Jennings during their incredible wedding day in Palm Springs.
We were married December 4th, 2005 at La Quinta in La Quinta, California, Palm Springs.
We just really liked it. If you've ever been to the La Quinta, you would know why we chose that location.
Casey surprised me with a little weekend getaway there the year prior, right after we got engaged, and I think we both fell in love with it. It's just classy, and it's the desert, so it's romantic. It was perfect. My gown, I love my gown. It was 2 pieces. It was kind of a lace bustier type, but it was very modest at the same time. It had vintage lacing, and it was kind of a champagne color, and my skirt was floor length, and it bustled on all 4 sides, so it was really dramatic. Simple, but beautiful. I wanted a soft champagne. He had the champagne tie going on, and it was elegant. It was beautiful.
I was in Armani.
He was in Armani. He looks good in Armani.
When I saw her come out with her dad, Tim, I remember I was standing there and I looked at her and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna lose it. And I was just so excited, and then when she got there, it was just a killer ceremony.
I see Casey and he has the biggest smile on his face and his eyes were welling up. It was absolutely so special, and I felt like we were ready, so it was a good thing. Our cake was super simple. You know, it was 3 levels, it was round, white cake with white frosting. We had fresh flowers on there, but very, very simple, and then my mom got us a porcelain piece for the top for the bride and groom. It was beautiful. I didn't taste it, but it was beautiful.
Yeah, we had a piece.
I don't remember. I had like 1 bite, and it was shoved in my face, so.
Everyone came back to our room until 4 a.m. and me and Lambo sing Britney Spears' Hit Me Baby One More Time acoustic, and everyone's going, hit me baby one more time, and we closed it down. There was no favorite moment at the wedding. I think it was just so perfect that, yeah, it was the best day of my life for sure.
We wouldn't have changed a thing.
You can find more celebrity weddings in the Real Weddings pages on getmarried.com. Don't go away, there's more to come when we come back on Get Married. We'll show you the hottest way to ensure that you have all the essential items on hand for your wedding day. That's next.
Here's what's hot right now for weddings.
Wedding Essential provides a bride and groom's panic box. They come filled with emergency supplies for the wedding day. For the bride, we have earring bags, sanitary supplies, extra hairpins, safety pins, a sewing kit, deodorant, lotion, hairspray, smelling salt. There'll be no fainting at the wedding. For the groom, we have shoehorn, an extra shoelace, handkerchief, and aspirin. So they come filled with first aid supplies for the bride and groom, those little things that you forget. They're custom made, they're hand beaded. We put the beads and the sequins on by hand. You can provide us with the materials and we will custom make the box any color you want or any design that you want. They're wonderful shower gifts. They're heirlooms. It's something that after the wedding, you can put your keepsakes from the wedding. A lot of brides put the kids back in the box and they're gonna save it for their daughter. And that makes it special because it can be passed down from generation to generation.
You can find wedding essentials in the What's Hot pages on getmarried.com. Inspired by a celebrity wedding you saw? Found ways to make that celeb look all on your own? Well, now you can share them on Get Married's Blogger Brides.
Get Married's Blogger Brides is the online community that connects you with other brides in our team of acclaimed star bloggers. Make friends, chat, and follow my blog and get some great ideas all on Get Married's Blogger Brides. Thanks so much for joining us today, and don't forget to visit getmarried.com if you need any advice in helping you plan your dream wedding. I'm Colin Cowies. We'll see you next time right here.